Hello there, it's Mr. Ripka, reading Neruda during Corona. Thanks for joining me. We have reached poem 53. Just as yesterday, we have 3 questions. I have looked over these questions, and they're going to require some thought, I think, to crack the code, as it were. And so let's go ahead and begin, and we'll try to explain some of the words and what perhaps the questions are asking, and then leave it up to you to figure out what to do with all 3 and what do they mean. Here they are in Spanish. ¿Quién devoró frente a mis ojos un tiburón lleno de pustulas? ¿Tenía la culpa el esqualo o los peces ensangrentados? ¿Es el orden o la batalla este quebranto sucesivo? All right, so these, like I said, is a little tough here. Let's go ahead and start the first one. The first one I think is pretty easy to understand. It says, who devoured? ¿Quién devoró? Who devoured? Before my eyes. Frente a mis ojos. Who devoured before my eyes? Un tiburón? A shark. We're not finished yet. No. What kind of shark? Lleno de pustulas. A shark covered with pustules. What? A pustule-covered shark. A pustule, of course, I think most of us are aware of these blisters or pimples with pus in them, probably some sort of infection. So he's asking, who devoured before my eyes a shark covered with pustules? So something devoured the shark, and the shark is covered with these pus-filled blisters. Gross. All right, the next question is, well, who was guilty? Well, there's a quien, right? He's asking again, who is guilty? The squall or the blood-stained fish, in the plural, fishes. So now he's wondering in the first one, who devoured the shark that's covered with pustules? And then he's wondering, well, who's the guilty one here? Perhaps different than the one who devoured, perhaps not. Probably the same. Who's the guilty one? The squall, which is a violent storm, or some blood-stained fish? How'd they become blood-stained? I don't know. Well, maybe they were devouring the pustule-covered shark. I don't know. Maybe they're yeah, I don't know. I really, who was guilty, the squall or the blood-stained fishes? All right. So we have 3 characters so far: a shark, the squall, a storm, and some fish. All right, here's the last question. It's kind of a weird question. I'll have to reorder it just to help understand it, but it says this, as the translator has written it as this. Is this continual breaking the order or the battle? Is this continual breaking? And now it's going to say, is it this? Is this continual breaking the order, maybe the order of things, or the battle? I don't know what he means by breaking here. It is, let's see, quebranto, so brokenness. Yeah. Successive brokenness. So what is being broken? Is it the shark with the pustules? It's hard to tell. But the last question is asking, is this the order of things or is this the battle? It sounds like. ¿Es el orden o la batalla? And in Spanish, it's actually that comes first. It says, is the order or the battle this continual breaking? All right, so I'm going to leave you now with the 3 questions as I go through them. Hopefully, let's hope that perhaps you could uncover some of the subtle meanings here and what he's really asking. He is continuing, by the way, to use ocean imagery, animal imagery in the and storms and stuff like that. So here we go. It says, "Who devoured before my eyes a shark covered with pustules? Who was guilty, the squall or the blood-stained fish? Is this continual breaking the order or the battle?" Well, I hope there's no squall or blood-stained fish in store for you today. Instead, I hope it's a glorious day. Very nice outside. And I will see you tomorrow for the Sunday edition of Ripka Reads Neruda during Corona. Thanks for joining me.